I'm very tired, but
Beautiful.
thank you. I feel exhausted. But we are here this morning because we are going to make some really tasty, healthy snacks. Now, this is something that we've been doing for a while, and I've been like cutting out bit by bit the processed store-bought snacks because we're just trying to like not do that anymore. For one, it saves plenty of money, and two, it just saves your health. And I'm going to share with you what we're doing, what we have been doing for snacks to fill in the gap. So that's all I have to say about that. Let's get right into it. Oh, and sidebar, because someone had asked in a previous video, I forget which one. Which one was it? Anyway, I'll link it. We had gone thrifting for a few things, and I got a couple of lamps, and so I just wanted to point out where they had ended up. So one of them is up here. I got another, I did it again, I got another paper lamp, but this one is well out of reach, so I think it'll survive just fine. I think this lamp was like 10 bucks at the, what is it called? Oh, it was the Habitat for Humanity. They call it the Restore? I think that's what it's called, Restore. Anyway, that one's up there. The other one is in the kitchen. But not that one. That one's Amazon. Thought it was really cute. Hope it'll last. And my favorite one, this little guy, has a home here in the kitchen and keeps me happy because they're so cute. It's little bears. So we're coming to you live from the dining room today because the kitchen gets a little cramped with everybody in it. So we're gonna do our prep out here and then get everything in the oven. So I'm gonna start with one of our favorites I've been doing since these older guys anyway, were really little. Oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. We have our oatmeal. Now I'm old-fashioned. That's what I'm looking for. I'm using old-fashioned oats. This recipe, and I've linked all the recipes, generally calls for quick oats because apparently the cookies come out softer if you use quick oats, but I've been making them forever with rolled oats and I love them just that way, and everyone else does. I've never actually tried it with quick oats, so if you do give it a try, let me know what you think of it with quick oats. Like I said, we'll start with 1 cup of rolled oats. Normally, I would probably make a double or triple batch, but I'm not doing that today since we're cooking a few different snacks today. They munch on these cookies pretty much as they like over the course of a few days. And now we need 3/4 cup of whole wheat flour. Although I will limit them if they get carried away. The cookies don't have processed sugar, but there's still a decent helping of maple syrup. Go for it. So we have that. Now we need
chocolate chips.
Chocolate chips? No, it's not time for chocolate chips already. Come on. It's too soon for chocolate chips. So we need our baking powder, which I put here. And 1.5 teaspoons.
Can I take it?
Yeah. 1. Okay. So we got our baking powder. Now we need our cinnamon.
Teaspoons of kosher salt. No, me.
Jelly.
I cheated.
How could you do that? I'm not done.
Next, I'm doing the other one by myself. No, let's do it together.
Go for a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. It's a scamp, so
You never gave a turn.
I get all the turns.
No, I want to.
Yep.
There's some on the table.
Okay, let's do that again. Don't eat the salt off the table.
2 tablespoons of butter.
Yes, it's already. So the one thing that does require a little bit of prep is the butter, to melt it and let it cool. So I've already pre-melted the butter. You want to grab the butter? You get an egg.
I'm mixing.
Yoink! So it's funny because sometimes I'm in the kitchen and yes, go ahead.
I'm gonna do it. Then
Just gonna go ahead and whisk that together. In the meantime, we are going to combine our butter.
Can I pour it?
1 teaspoon. It's funny, when I'm in the kitchen, sometimes it's really quiet because my children treat me like I have the plague and I'll run away. And sometimes It's a lot like this, where everybody wants to be involved and scrambling for something to do, and maybe even some arguments break out as to who's doing what. It can be fun.
I want to mix.
Or it could be
We can all mix.
very stressful.
Nothing really much to it.
And even though it can get hectic with all the kids in the kitchen, I would much rather have them in there learning and participating than not.
Are you sure that's enough?
Well, that's what the recipe calls for, and it's worked. This recipe calls for a half cup of honey, which I'm out of honey presently, so I'm going to go with maple syrup, which I've done before, and it's a very tasty substitute. It calls for a half cup. I'll probably use a little bit less.
I want to mix. I'm mixing. No, I'm mixing.
Let's get that whisked.
Can I whisk? They're all put together.
Now that's all whisked together, we're going to combine the wet and the dry, of course.
I'm mixing.
I'm mixing. No, I'm mixing.
I'm mixing.
No, I'm mixing. I didn't
Each
get a chance
take a
to
turn.
And the jostling for positions begins. I guess we'll just have to take turns.
And there's barely anything, so the spoon has actually more.
Alright.
Take your time. I have these mini mini chocolate chips.
Which
that
are
I'm
all
gonna-
spilled out.
Yes, that I'm going to use because the author suggests cutting the chocolate chips, which I also have like the regular size.
Can we get? Can you use the regular size?
No, because then it's like, oh, cut them. And I'm not going to cut them because I have mini ones.
I want it. I want it. Here. I want the spoon. I want the spoon. I want the spoon. I want the spoon.
It's quite
Thick.
thick.
I'll get the spoon.
Every recipe requires a big mug of tea.
We refrigerated the cookie dough for 30 minutes, or you can put it in the freezer for 15.
Pull that out and just shape it with our hands.
Can I do?
Can I do?
Can I do?
Ooh, I would like to take a.
Then. See?
Yep. So this should make 12 to 15 cookies. Okay, in the oven it goes.
This is gonna be delicious. Mmm.
Honestly, I don't know who's looking forward to these cookies more, them or me.
Preparing healthy snacks like these is really important to us because we like to care for our whole body, what we put in it, as well as how we take care of it in terms of exercise. As you know, we're a very active family and we like to exercise, get outside, and do a lot of stuff. That's why we'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Yesol Fitness.
We have been using the Yesol G1M Plus indoor bike and have been enjoying the experience. The setup is pretty straightforward. Just be sure to follow along with the instructional video provided. You'll find it through the QR code on the bike. The bike itself is super easy to use, and their app offers many types of spin classes for various levels and tastes. I downloaded the Yesol Fitness app to my phone. From there, you can cast the programs from the app to the screen on the bike. Also, when not using the app, I have the option to cast other applications such as YouTube or Netflix. So you can enjoy a movie or watch your favorite YouTube channel, wink wink, while you work out. For us, it's great to use at any time, but particularly when the weather is not great for exercising outside, we can still easily get our cardio workout done. We have found that the Yesol G1M indoor bike has given us exceptional bang for our buck. It's a great Peloton alternative that is easier on the wallet. Click the link in the description to get $100 off using our special discount code. Enjoy fun cardio with Yesol.
So this next recipe is so easy and it's so fast, it's ridiculous. And it's super tasty. So this one's a savory snack. And I call them cheese puffs, but they're not technically cheese puffs. I'll tell you, they're called, hang on, pain de quese, or quese? I'll write it down for you and I'll let you know. And I got this from, I don't have a link for it, so I'm gonna write it. I guess I'll put it in the description and maybe I'll make a community post or something with the recipe. Because I don't have a link, I got it from a friend. She made it for years. I've had it from her in Brooklyn. And I asked her to send it to me because I lost track of what I did with my notes for this recipe, but it is very, very tasty and super, super simple. We're just gonna dump everything into the blender, and then it's gonna get poured into our little mini muffin tin.
And then bake it?
And bake it for like 10 or 12 or 15 minutes.
Cool.
I'll update you on how long that took. The egg. Seriously, like crazy easy. No, the red one.
Done!
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Good.
You just gotta taste.
Not this instant, it needs to cool.
I know, I still want to taste. Everybody
I'm just
taste.
checking it.
Don't forget me to taste.
Just checking it?
I'm just checking it.
You're just checking
I'm
it.
just checking it. Now at this point, if you want, you can stick some chocolate chips on the top and press them in. But I already put so many in there that I don't think that's necessary. Okay,
Let us each have a taste, please.
let's let them cool.
Can we please? I don't please.
So thanks again to Alex for hooking me up with the recipe.
The recipe calls for 1 egg, 1/3 cup of extra virgin olive oil, plus more for greasing the pan, which I already did,
Just made it. There we go.
2/3 cup of milk, 1.5 cup of tapioca flour. I love the texture that tapioca flour gives to this.
And you're just as dirty. Just a little bit.
Good black dress with flour, right?
And 1/2 cup of cheese. I went ahead and pre-grated some cheddar, but you can use whatever you like. I've done a cheddar and parmesan mix before. This time I'm using just cheddar. I'll just scrape down the sides a bit.
No wonder it's so nice.
I've greased the pan with olive oil as well, and now I'm just going to pour.
No, it looks like you're doing a good job.
Oh, well, thank you.
No, this comes like it. Look.
This is one of our favorite savory treats. Can't wait for this one to be ready.
Let's give it 12 minutes. Should go until it's golden brown. Let's see how it goes.
Give me a please.
Now we're gonna do another savory treat, and so easy and so fast to make, which are plantain chips. Now some of you may have seen this because I included making plantain chips. I again don't remember what video that's in, but I figured I would do it in this one as a standalone so it's easy to find if anyone is looking for such an easy snack. So all we have to do is buy as many as you want green plantains. The greener the better, because then they'll be crispier. The riper they get, the softer they'll be. You need some avocado oil and you need some salt. We're cutting off the ends.
Now move to sit.
And so now we'll just slice it down.
Without cutting off her hand.
1, without cutting off our hand, yes. 2, we don't, let go of my arm please.
I'm going to slice the whole thing through.
We don't want to go through the plantain. And then we can just peel it open.
Can I do? The greener the crunchier, you said, right?
There we go. So I'll do the other one. Now this is probably going to be too much to lay out just like on one layer on this baking sheet. But I always cheat because I don't feel like doing 2 baking sheets. And so I I put them and I let them overlap. I'm sure they would come out probably much crunchier if I didn't.
Then don't let them overlap.
But as this is the sort of lazy cooking option,
Lazy cooking option.
make things fast and easy,
Can I take them?
I'm not overly picky. And everyone loves them the way I make them, so I'm sure it's just fine. So now we just have to slice them up really thin.
Can I have a piece? Have a piece?
These sound much thicker.
Have a piece?
The recipe suggests like 1/8 of an inch, and try and make them as as even as possible. You can keep this for several days, just like on the counter. Mine barely lasts beyond an afternoon, so it's a good thing that they're fast and easy to make. No, wait. I've done a set that have lasted maybe 2 days. It's gonna go into the bowl.
May I have one?
It calls for about 1.5 tablespoons of avocado oil. I've never yet measured this. I just pour and toss, and it looks good to me. I think it's good to go.
You missed one.
So you just toss it. Try not to toss it out of the bowl.
Bum, ba, 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 ba.
So clearly I could have put a little less in each in each one.
Can we each have?
They're all quite big. So clearly I could have gotten these 3 filled if I put a little less in the other ones. But here we go.
Do we
Our
get to
cheese
have a
ball.
taste?
Not yet. Gotta let them cool. Okay, back to plantain chips. Oh, can I just say that this cutting board, it was a great find by Gil in Trader Joe's. They currently have them, and they're handmade.
And
Came in to get his credit. Handmade from olive trees that, you know, at the end of the season when they're fallen ones or broken limbs, they take those and turn them into cutting boards. And this gorgeous
bowls
or something.
spoons or-
This gorgeous cutting board from Trader Joe's, and very, very reasonably priced
$29.99.
for a handmade cutting board. There's still those cutting boards that I'd love to get one from the local guy at the green market. It's a little out of my budget right now, but we'll be back there soon. Gorgeous stuff.
Gorgeous.
So now I'm gonna put this as evenly as I can
That might be too much.
on the sheets, because maybe I'll just do another pan. You've got them all spread out, ready to go. And now off to the oven. So the oven's been preheated to 375, and the what do you call it? It's called a recipe. The recipe suggests 15 to 20 minutes. She says 18 minutes is the sweet spot. I think I'm gonna put it for 20 because these guys like it the crispier the better. So I think if 20 will do it without burning, then that's what I'm going with. So when the plantain chips are done, then we just want to sprinkle them with some salt, and they're ready to go. Oh, and it seems that 20 minutes was a little bit too long for my stuff. So I guess 18 minutes really is the sweet spot. But they still turned out really good.
Another tasty and easy option is to simply cut up an apple and serve it with some peanut butter for dipping. Tasty and nutritious and quite satisfying. My kids often prepare this one themselves. It's not that you would make each of these snacks every day, but you can simply make a couple of things here and a couple of things there, and then you'll always have healthy snacks on the go. Not to mention that there are so many things that don't require any cooking. Cut up some cheese, put out some nuts, a bowl of grapes. I think sometimes we forget the simplest things that we can pull out in a pinch and put together for a snack. No cooking, no packaged stuff, just simple whole foods.